Hey, it's Heidi from Songs and Stories. It is so good to see you. Do you notice something different about me? I'm growing my hair out. I'll bet you are growing too. I'll bet that today you are taller than you were on your last birthday. But is growing bigger and older and stronger and smarter on the outside, is that the only way to grow? Let's listen to the story, see what happens.
Sage, the One-Legged Woodpecker. Written by Brett and Laurie Bennett. Illustrated by Yogesh Mahajan. And read by me, Heidi, with permission from my friends Brett and Laurie. On a gray and stormy desert morning, lightning struck without a warning. A clap of thunder shook the ground. A little woodpecker huddled down. This bird was different. Her name was Sage. She was born with just one leg, all alone in her nest up high, and no one had taught her how to fly. Sage shivered as the wind blew hard and fast. Her cactus cracked and down it crashed. Sage hopped right up as quick as a wink. She checked her head, wings, leg, and beak. "I'm okay," she chirped and hopped up and down. Then she noticed she was on the ground. Never before had she left her nest. She started to shake with wings crossed over her chest as she trembled and worried. She saw something peek from under a tree stump. It had eyes and no beak. Then out stepped a pack rat. Sage hopped back at the sight. He wore a backpack and glasses and was very polite. "My name is Cole," he said, stepping near. "What's your name?" he asked. "And how'd you get here?" My name is Sage," she stammered with worry. I fell out of my nest and I'm feeling quite blurry." "Come right inside. I have light and warm tea." Sage carefully followed him under his tree. Cole's burrow was nice. It was cozy and warm. They sat, had some tea, and talked of the storm. Then Cole squeaked while scratching his head. "You have beautiful wings. They are pretty and red." My wings are no use," said Sage with a frown. "I have only one leg and can't get off the ground." I know you are smart and your tree is sky high. I bet you know how to fly. Can you help me try?" "I can't," Cole squeaked and gave her a wink. "But I have an idea, and a good one, I think." Cole jumped to his feet and out the window he peered. "Let's go," he piped. "The storm has all cleared." The sun was up high and Sage hopped up on a limb. "What will we do?" she asked, looking at him. Cole raised his hands and said with a grin, "We'll get help from some friends." Then he turned with a spin. Just then they saw a cloud of billowing dust. It raced right toward them and then stopped with a gust. A beautiful roadrunner stepped out with a flip. "Oh, look, here's a friend now," Cole said. "This is Zip." Before Sage could speak, around a cactus, Zip zoomed, and back to their side. In an instant, he loomed. "Oh my," said Sage with a light in her eye. "You are so fast. I'll bet you can fly. Could you help me try?" "I'm a bird of sort. It's certainly true," said Zip with a flip of his wings so blue. But my feet were made for earthly speed, so on the ground I will stay. Yes, indeed." Zip looked to the left and then to the right. I can't seem to find them," he said, and he sighed. "What are you looking for?" Cole asked with a squeak. For Sandy and Dally. We're playing hide and seek." "Ollie, Ollie, oxen free!" Zip called with a shout. A floppy-eared jackrabbit hopped immediately out. I win, cheered the jackrabbit, jumping with glee. Hi, Zip, howdy, Cole, and who is she? Sage, this is Sandy, and Sandy, meet Sage, Cole said with a bow as if on the stage. Your ears are so big and they flap way up high, said Sage with a smile. I'll bet you can fly. Will you help me try? Oh, I'm just a jackrabbit, though I can jump. When I try to fly, I fall on my rump. We need to find Dolly, Sandy said, looking back. He might be of help. He's as sharp as a tack. Around a nearby barn, a pony came at a trot. Nay, he said proudly, I won, did I not? Hi, Dolly, Cole called out. Meet Sage, our new pal. So happy was Dolly, he jumped the corral. Climb up on my back, Dolly said as he stopped. We'll go for a ride. And on his back they all plopped. Giddy up, they all cheered with hands in the air. Then off at a trot, Dolly went without care. They all squealed with joy, the wind rushing by. Sage sung out, my feathers feel like they're trying to fly. Can you help me try? Oh, yes, they all said and got down beside her. Sandy lifted one wing and Cole lifted the other. With the air underneath, Sage started to rise. I'm flying, she uttered with total surprise. She flitted and fluttered and lightly lit down. The smile on her beak went all the way around. Oh, thank you, Sage chirped. You are wonderful friends I never thought I'd learn, and you helped me begin. Sandy pointed at Sage and said, There's no denying that we helped a little, but you did the flying. Cole stepped forward and said one more thing. Sometimes all it takes is to open your wings. All were so joyous and talking with glee that a long slinking snake they didn't see. Oh my, squeaked Cole. Sage, you haven't met Slider. He's another good friend. And he pointed behind her. Sage turned to look and jumped back in fright. The snake was so close she flapped with all her might without even thinking. She started to fly. Up, up she went on Dolly's back, way up high. She looked down and saw all her friends smiling wider. You did it, they cheered, with some great help from Slider. I really can fly, she chirped at the sky. It was you, my new friends, who taught me to fly. Thank you all for helping me try. Great friends they have been to this very day. They run and dance and all day they play. Their motto is written on wood, hung with strings. It says, all it takes is to open your wings. Now, maybe you're wondering why Slider's so nice. You might think he's scary and likes to eat mice, but he's really quite charming of that we confirm. He doesn't have teeth, so he only eats worms. But that is a story for some other day. Now, go outside. It's time to play. The end, but also just the beginning of you opening your wings and learning to fly.
So, what'd you think? Did you see any growing in that story? She learned how to fly. Is learning growing? I think so. I think that we can grow on the outside, but we can grow on the inside too. I bet when you were little and you didn't want to do something, you used to just cry. But I bet now you say things like, that's frustrating. I don't like that very much. You are growing from the inside out as well. If you don't believe me, ask a parent or a teacher, a friend, and someone that you trust. Ask them, have I grown on the inside in the last year? And I bet they'll have some great answers for you. And if you do want to grow some more from the inside out, just ask for help, just like Sage did. I can't wait to hear about all the different ways you are growing. See you later, alligator. If you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, and share. If you would like your own copy of Sage the One-Legged Woodpecker or would like more songs and stories from Heidi, check the links below.